the recording. Okay. Okay. So how long did it take you to record that?
Well, I was practicing for an hour, saying the same thing over and over. I mean, it was like a 3-line opening that I just kept practicing over and over. And my husband was like, "You sound fine." I was like, "I do not."
Totally.
So, yeah, it's just getting used to how I sound when I hear myself.
Yes. Yep. I remember the first video that I ever did. It was literally just like an introduction video. It was like 30 seconds. I kid you not. It took me like an hour to do it because I just kept like deleting it. I'm like, I don't like it. I said something wrong or it sounded funny. And now I can literally record a video and mess up on it and just post it because it's gotten to the point where I've gotten used to it. So it gets easier for sure. You're on mute. What, you have like multiple backgrounds? You're on mute still.
Okay, I want to talk to Chris.
Yes,
So
sir.
my buddy Chris Manfrey, you guys that don't know background story, I knew him. He was my neighbor when we were young, right? We lived in Newark, California together, and we used to play basketball after school. We used to wrestle in his front yard. We used to always get into little things like that. And he found me a few years ago on Facebook, and man, we've been friends ever since. He moved to Elk Grove. I moved to Rockland. He's now in Lincoln. That being said, Chris has been doing real estate for, I think, about 5 years now. He's with Cold Banker in Elk Grove. And he saw one of my reels yesterday. He's like, I want to know how to do that. I want to know how you edit it, blah, blah, blah. So sure, come over. And so I want to know how was it like for you yesterday, just to kind of see for the first time, kind of really how that process works. And was it intimidating? Do you think you could do it? What was your experience like yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching you and Rose create and post content on social media for a while now, and was always impressed. I'm very interactive with it, with you guys as well. I thought yesterday, I just said, I want to know from start to finish what that process looks like, because it's been my sort of wall that I put up, right? I've always wanted to do it. I'm not so much shy as far as making the content. I just needed to know the how. So to me, that was very helpful to see that process. And I appreciate you taking the time to walk me through that. It was insightful to see, the apps that you use, the method that you use, sort of the creative process. It gave me inspiration to kind of start doing that on a regular basis. That's just what it's about, is creating content and getting it out there for people to consume it. But starting, like you said earlier, obviously for everyone, that's the first step. Consistently doing it is how you're going to see the benefits of that. But seeing from start to finish how you went about that was very, very helpful.
So me, Rose, have a YouTube channel living in Northern California. Chris Mann also has a YouTube channel as well that he's trying to start posting more videos. And that was another thing. I said, all right, we're going to sit down. We're going to talk for 10 minutes, pros and cons about Elk Grove. I said, you've been in Elk Grove. We're just going to talk. He's like, whoa, really? I said, dude, it's just a conversation. So I did my intro. Hey guys, welcome to another episode living in Northern California. So he just was able to chill. I said, if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, we did our thing. I said, all right, Chris, people want to know about Elk Grove. We're going to talk about pros and cons. What's your experience like? And then we just talked back and forth for 10 minutes, right? What are your pros? Well, it's very, they have everything you need out there. Easy access to the freeways, great restaurants. With that comes traffic. We kind of went back and forth. And then after we were done, Chris is like, ooh, next time we should do this and we should pull that up. I said, see, you do it. It's not that hard. And then the creative juices keep flowing and you grow from there. But if you didn't sit down to see how easy at least that type of long format was, you might overthink it, right?
Sure.
So
it's very important. I learned a valuable lesson not to delete what you just filmed, right?
Why you got, yeah. Yeah,
I'll throw you under the bus.
I accidentally deleted the whole video right after. But anyways.
Pat?
Hi, everybody. I was talking to a fellow realtor on Sunday in the office, and he was doing his videos, and he and he was, should I hold up mine? And he was saying that when he does his videos, he doesn't say who he is all the time. He says because he has followers and they know who he is. What are your thoughts on that?
So for long form video on our YouTube, we say who we are, but on our Instagram reels, we don't say who we are.
Okay.
Yeah, because you only have a few seconds to capture your audience.
True.
And they're gonna look at if they're interested in knowing who you are, they'll look at your profile and see who you are.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to say that in my videos a long time ago when I first started.
Yeah.
Because it was, back in 2018, 2019 on Instagram. But I found that now it's like they know how to find me. They know how to find us through our profile and how to contact us. So we tend to give more value, and we oftentimes don't ask for the business. So basically, if you've ever watched Gary Vaynerchuk,
Yes.
like give. So you'll find a lot of realtors who don't even mention their name. They don't do a call to action except for in the description, because it's basically like you want people to feel like you're not selling to them when technically you are.
Right.
But you're just giving so much value to where they just feel drawn to you, and it just automatically comes back in business.
Okay.
Yeah. Does anybody have any comments on that? Anybody else besides me or Steven? You're on mute.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
I figured it out. I think almost all of us dabble on Instagram with social media, and Tom Ferry was speaking about it, back in 2008. Now that I look back at his old videos, video is going to take over, right? And he was saying this, and now here we are. I remember going to a conference last year. You guys need to shoot video, blah, blah, blah. I think we all get that concept. This year, it was more about, we already know video, it's AI. That's like what he's going to start focusing on next. How we can utilize artificial intelligence for our business, because it's coming, it's here, and it's going to keep evolving. And it's either we could be afraid of it, shy away from it, or we could utilize it and use it as a tool. So my point is, I think we all dabble in Instagram. The thing is, I want Rose, maybe you could speak a little bit about how you were successful your first couple years posting on Instagram, and it wasn't trying to go viral. It wasn't trying to get as many followers as possible. You were incorporating a lot of family stuff, fun stuff. How did you get so much business? Because you freaking killed it in the first couple years. It took about a year, but then you started killing it on Instagram. What's your story?
Well, I treated the Instagram like it was a CRM. So like Vino, you've been around when I first started. I posted mostly family stuff, and I actually took a coaching program that talked about social media and stuff. And what happened was, people who knew of me, we were friends on Instagram, whether it be through the gym, through someone's cousin, through someone's sister's boyfriend, something. When you're consistently posting, it keeps you top of mind. Now, obviously the algorithms changed in Instagram now. I actually heard something remind me to tell you guys about the new algorithm thing that I've heard. But basically it was like, people need to find something relatable with you, right? So I'm gonna call this out again, like Taylor, Jermaine, you guys put like a personal touch to it on your Instagram accounts. You guys are putting your family, you're putting in your personal life. Now, right now, our living in Northern California Instagram is like a lot of business. And that's not what our Instagram looked like before. It was like me working out, a house, my kids, a house, a video of like something about real estate, and then, my kids, my kids, my kids, my kids. So it was literally like, I would say it was probably more family with some type of real estate tied to it, like my son going with me to go an open house or whatever, right? So people need to find relatable stuff with you, because what do you gravitate to? Someone who's like you, right? So a lot of our clients, a lot of the clients that were coming to us back in like 2019, 2020 were like my friends. Well, they weren't even my friends. They were just people who knew of me from my gym. And there was lots of realtors at that gym, right? And I wouldn't be the social person at the gym. I never told anybody at the gym what I did. And I just friended them on social media and used that as my platform to say, hey, I work out, but hey, I do real estate too, right? And so, just being very present. And I think one thing that I've personally gotten away from that I used to do before was just being in groups. Like I do CrossFit right now, and I stopped because of COVID, right? So when we moved here, I wasn't doing CrossFit, going to the gym. And what I'm noticing is I'll go to the gym now, and it's kind of going back to where it was in 2019. People at the gym will come up to me and be like, hey, I saw your Instagram, you're a realtor. I was actually thinking about buying a house. Like we had a appointment last Friday for a couple that I met at my gym who's buying and selling a house in Roseville. So now it's kind of going back to that 2019, 2020 now, but in a completely new area. So it's like, go to your place where you can maybe meet people that you like doing and you guys have something in common with. Like, I don't talk to these people at the gym. I go in there and I'm like nasty. And it was funny because I was telling my husband, I was like, yeah, he told me that he DM'd me this morning, but I haven't taken a look at it. And then after the workout, when I'm like nasty and sweaty, he's like, hey, Rose, so I DM'd you because me and my wife were like looking to buy and sell. And I was like literally dripping. And I looked at my friend because she was laughing at me. And when he left, I was like, oh my God, I had to pull my composure together. She goes, I've never seen that side of you before. You went from like crazy workout to like super professional. And it was just, and it's like, you don't even really have to communicate with people that you do real estate there. You just kind of be around their presence. They kind of get an idea of who you are. I literally don't talk to people at the gym because I go in, I go out, I work out maybe like 5 minutes. I do talk to certain people, but they get that sense of who you are when you're in presence with them, right? And so that's just been kind of like the one place that I've always found that people relate to me is through the gym. So nothing special, nothing different.
It's a way to tap into your SOI without cold calling them and say, hey, I'm Steve, I do real estate, do you know anybody that's looking to buy or sell? That's hard, that's awkward. I've never gone that route. I know it works and it's taught all the time, but social media is a way to, ooh, these guys I kind of know, they do follow me. I'm going to sprinkle in that I do a little bit of real estate. Now our business page is almost all real estate now, but we get more business when we're just not all real estate from people we know. It's like,
Yeah,
they're
so that's why
likable,
we
they
have
work
like
out, they eat healthy, they're good people, they're trying to give back, they always with their kids, they do real estate. Family, fun, real estate. Family, hey Steve, you do real estate, I'm looking to buy in 6 months, can I talk to you? Of course, right? So our goal is to get them to our platform and let them grow with us and see our life, and then when they have that question, could be a year from now, could be 5 years from now, could be today, they will reach out without calling and asking for the business, right? So it's been real successful. I got a call Friday night from a foreman that he used to be my foreman at my old career. He's like, Steve, looking to sell a house. Give me a call back. Like, whoa, I haven't talked to this guy in years, but he follows me on Facebook. I don't post on Facebook. My stories from Instagram go there. And so he looks at my family, he looks at all this stuff, and he also knows I do real estate. Got that call, right? Another buddy of mine called me a few months ago from the same Facebook, just stories. You know, I don't post that much real estate stuff on Facebook, but they do know I do real estate because I once in a while post it, right? So it's just tapping into people. I don't really necessarily want to call and let them know I made the career change. Do you know anybody? Let them come to me. And it's been working. Now with YouTube, we have YouTube. Took about a year of posting content till we got our first call. But now when people are looking, there's a lot of people relocating from all over the country. We were relocated from the Bay Area. I didn't know anything about Rockland, so I typed in things to do about Rockland, what's good and for YouTube, and a realtor made a video of top things to do. And I looked at Texas. Everybody's moving to Texas. I want to know what there is to Texas. They have plenty of videos on Texas on YouTube from realtors. But that was my education to learn about where I wanted to look. So we decided to do that, and it took about 8 months to a year to get our first call. And now this year, that's how we're getting most of our business, is because we have so much videos for people when they look things to do in LinkedIn. How's real estate?
Hold on, it was so funny because I met Jermaine and Jerry at Play Bigger. And how we met was, I think they recognized us from our YouTube channel, right, Jermaine? I know she's busy with an appointment. So Jerry came up to me and he was like, hey, I see you guys on YouTube. And like, sometimes when we have new clients that are looking at new builds, like we'll show them some of the tours that you guys did. So it was nice to meet them that way too. So
I think the goal is to really just show your face more, right, Rose? Like whether it's events, whether it's door knocking, whether it's having your signs out, they start to connect the dots. Like I see this whether it's mailers, I see this person all over the place. Let me call them because, you know, I'm looking to buy or sell a house.
Yeah. So real quick, Pat Play Bigger is an event in Arizona. There's a real estate coach named Raquel Canet. And she hosted last year a women's event, and then this year she hosted a real estate event. So she's a realtor, she's a pretty big real estate coach based out of Arizona, and she does put up amazing events.
And she's going to be speaking on this in a few months. She will be here speaking like Tyler did last week. Yeah.
So. Yeah. So we have a lot of really good speakers coming up. We have Loida Velasquez. She's like 90,000 on YouTube. She teaches on door knocking, cold calling scripts. We have Sharon coming up, which is president of Real. He's going to talk about email marketing. Ricky Caroth, if you're not following him, he's really big on Instagram, YouTube. He does calling as well, but he has a really big different spin on calling. It's more about building relationships, using properties to create a conversation to see if there's a relationship there. He's not very big on using like the sell script type calls. His thing is he wants to collect email addresses so he can drip them once or twice a month. We have Raquel Canet's going to be doing our January one because I want her to do like talk about goals and business planning. And then February, we have Brad McCullum. He's out of Calgary. He's a really big YouTube video realtor. And then we have Chris Kwan out of Orange County. He's really big on Instagram. So, you know, we got a ton of really good speakers, but you know what, like I'm sick of hearing mine and Steven's voice because that's all I talk to every day is Steven. So I'd love to hear you guys' beautiful voices. A mastermind is like interactive. Come on.
And so like Pat, when you're asking, go ahead and either wave but chime in, guys, if you guys, because if not, we're just going to keep talking. But you guys have any questions, stop. What is your experience out there?
Yeah. I see you guys on Instagram. I know Jermaine can't talk. She's at an appointment, but And then Jeffrey, you're doing like new builds? Calling people out now. No.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we have 64 open escrows and 53 of them are new builds.
So I know this is probably intriguing to a lot of people. So do you mind sharing with them, what you guys do?
No, yeah, it's
I'm
perfect.
interested too.
Kind of goes back to what you're saying about using social media as a CRM. So our home tours, like those videos, are lead gen source.
And
We're
what do you guys
generating.
use?
I'm sorry.
What social platform?
Instagram and TikTok have been the big ones, and then we're building out YouTube. It's just starting to pick up now.
Nice. Okay. And do you guys do like just like quick home tours, full home tours with your face, without your face? Do you talk?
So everything, yeah. If we go to one community, we could probably take about 15 videos per community, and that's like a quick pan shot of the house, a full walkthrough, us in front of the house talking about the house, us talking about the community, a drone shot of the community with music, a drone shot with us talking about the community. Like,
Okay. So
yeah,
it's a
we go
combination
all
of
out.
so it's a combination of like a quick tour, but you guys also have video clips of you guys talking about the community.
Yeah, because that's when you start educating the people who are following you, that's when they start asking the questions.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Can you drop your Instagram and TikTok handle in the comments so people can follow you guys?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Hey,
And
Jeffrey,
Jermaine got us.
Yay.
Jeffrey, do you repurpose Instagram and TikTok?
Yeah, I do. And then like TikTok, it's so weird. That one's I'm still trying to figure it out.
Tell
I
me
have
about
like
it.
I have like the greatest video ever. I think it's gonna do well, and it does like 300 views. And then what I
We were
did,
talking about that earlier.
and then I did one laying in bed at like 11:30 with that SpongeBob voice, and I think it's at like 850,000 views. Like, it's so dumb. I was so mad. Yeah, but hey, whatever works.
Well, that's funny because like before you jumped on, that's exactly what Steven said. He'll be like, I got this really good video and it's gonna get so many views and it doesn't. And then he does something stupid and it's like, like all over the place.
Yep, TikTok. I still can't figure out.
Yeah. So how much of your business are you guys getting from Insta, TikTok? Like, do you guys get inquiries like once a day? Like, tell us kind of, just to inspire, everybody else to kind of keep pushing forward on their socials.
Yeah, it takes time. It really does take a lot of time, consistency. I didn't get my first lead on Instagram probably for about 6.5 months. It was a while, and that was me posting 2 videos a day every day, 5-6 stories a day, just every day, just pumping out content. Now though, it's good. I want to say probably about 95% of our business is all social media.
Wow.
And
You said how many you have in contract right now?
Total, I think it's 63. I got to double check. 63 or 65. We had a couple open.
Yeah. Do you guys do other sources of lead generation, or is it all like social platforms now?
All social now. Yeah.
Okay. So how many of you guys would even want like even a quarter of what they're doing right now just to post on social? Right?
Absolutely.
I'd like to ask Jeff, is he on a team or a solo agent?
Yeah, I'm a team lead. So we have a team of 11 agents.
Do your team, oh, hi babies. Do your team do videos as well, or is it just certain people on the team? Like, how are you incorporating the team with that?
Yeah, it's a requirement for the team. They have to be doing videos. They have to be producing content.
Awesome. I love that. And so do you guys do any other form of lead gen besides follow-up?
Nope, that's it. Just follow-up calls.
Yeah. So here's one thing I want to share with you guys. is you see the power of social platforms and video. A lot of people tell me all the time, I don't have time to do social media. I don't have time to do this, and I don't have time to do that. Well, consider like doing video as like prospecting. So like top agents spend like prospecting hours from like 9 to 12 prospecting, cold calling, door knocking, right? So why not spend 9 to 12 going out to the new builds or doing a video tour or putting yourself on video, and know that within a year it could potentially be the main source of income for you guys, right? Yeah, exactly, Taylor. Free. It's free. And you know, it's people that you like to work with. Jeffrey, tell me if I'm lying, but the people who you guys attract to you are people who want to work with you. And it's different from cold calling and even open houses, because you're so my thing is, when I do open houses and cold call and cold leads, I feel like I'm pushing myself and I have to sell myself to these people, versus the people who come through us through social. They love us, like they trust us. I don't have to sell myself.
Yeah, that's 100%. I tell everybody, I always wear a backwards hat. I wear a t-shirt on showings, everything. I'm always in jeans or shorts. Like, I don't dress nice. That's just me. And yeah, we get a ton of leads who just are like, "Oh, I love how real you are, authentic." Like, that matters. And it's almost like not even a call with a lead, but more like a call with like an old friend. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, we got this like lead that called us from YouTube, and literally the first time I met them, like within half an hour, they're like, "Man, I feel like I've known you for a very long time." I'm literally on the floor sitting with their daughter playing so that they could look at the house, and I felt comfortable doing that, versus like a lead I've never met before and didn't know me. I'd be so proper and I'd feel like I had to act a certain way because I didn't know who they were. Like I felt like I was at home with these people. And I know Jermaine and Jerry get a lot of leads from social platforms too. Anybody else have anything regarding social? I do want to jump into High Note. If you guys don't use that already, wanted to share some of the stuff we do with that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So like how kind of all you guys are talking about be yourself, be authentic. I learned that too in the beginning. I tried doing scripts and everything, and to Steven's point, I looked at my very first YouTube video and it's probably the worst video I've ever made, but I keep it there. I keep it there so people can see what the first video looks like and what it looks now. But I will say the more you try practicing being on camera, it's not going to be authentic. Like how Rose said, just get on camera, make the video and post it. That's where you're going to grow. The more you critique yourself, the more or the less authentic it's going to be.
Yeah, and I love that you have your baby in like the videos too.
Oh yeah. This is just her feeding time right now.
She's gonna be a little rock star realtor when she grows up. Oh, I know, right? You tell us. So there's another one.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
So Naveed, we need to hear that, right? We all need to hear that because this is new to all of us. And it's just, we all kind of go through the same struggles. I remember when we were at Coldwell Banker and we were brand new, they wanted us to talk about social media because we had a YouTube channel, we did Instagram, but man, I was doing videos for like 2 months in a newly licensed agent. And I almost felt like an imposter, like I'm barely learning this, but what I was able to teach a group of seasoned realtors that don't do social media, thinking I can never do it, that's where I had a voice. Is like, I'm in the same boat, guys. You see our channel, you see our Instagram, but I struggle with it, right? My first video was horrible. And then you start to learn that you get better and it is what it is, and just post it because it needs to be posted. So we're always going to have those insecurities. They tend to kind of go away a little bit, but you're always going to be able to pick a video apart. But man, once you start getting those leads and once you start getting business and when people are I mean, I remember dropping off my 5-year-old, he was 4 at preschool, and the teacher was like, I saw your video and Elijah was in the background. Rose, I didn't tell you this, but I dropped off Elijah yesterday, and there's the lady that, you know, walks people across the street. She's like, Elijah, was he on your video? People are seeing, people love that I'm incorporating the kids, and it's just trying to get our face out there, and people are starting to recognize. So it's working. We got to go through the insecurity. It's part of it, but we grow from that. And if you keep doing it, you'll see it through and get business. Thanks, Naveed.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else before we jump into high note? Do any of you guys know what high note is? Okay, so I see some yeses. Christina, have you used it for like, how are you using your high note?
I played around with it while I was prepping for my last listing. Did I use it? No, but I was just messing around with it. So I want to see how you use it. And also what kind of account do you pay for the monthly subscription for high note?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just want to see how you use it, because maybe
Yeah.
I like totally missed another feature that I could have utilized, but it's pretty sleek from when I played with it.
Yeah. So how I came across on high note is when I joined Real, we have that workplace, and I searched listing presentation. Listing presentations are my nemesis. I've always had a hard time with it. A lot of my listings came from people I know, friends, sphere, people like I didn't really need to do presentations for. But we got this listing presentation from my neighbor who was moving out of state, and I barely knew who they were, but they just knew of us. So I went to workplace and I'm like, listing presentation, and everybody was posting high notes. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take one and I'm going to copy it. So I'll show you guys what it looks like.
What's workplace?
Workplace is, for those who don't know, is it's kind of like a Facebook for businesses. So Real Brokers has like a workplace where we could post questions, ideas. So it's just a collaboration for like, you know, it looks just like Facebook. Okay. So this is a high note. This is the one I made for our listing presentation. I have one for after we get into contract with them. And then Steven has one that we've sent to an expired that he can talk about after. So basically, I didn't send this to them when I first got to the appointment. Typically, a lot of realtors say they'll send it first so that when people see you at the meeting, they've already looked through it. So basically, it's just, you know, like, hey, just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to sell your home. So that's an intro. We did this video as soon as we got home from the listing appointment, and it just kind of gave a personal touch. Hey, Jeff and Tana, thank you so much for having us over last night to see your beautiful home and to also give us the opportunity to show you how we can help you sell your home.
Yes, and you know what? We know you're going to interview some people today, and we recommend that. We want you guys to go with who you truly feel is going to do the best job. Also, connected to this page on the bottom is just going to go over more in detail what we talked about last night and some of the marketing we plan on doing to your home. So we hope to hear from you soon.
And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and we'll see you soon.
And have a great day.
Bye.
Talk to you soon, guys.
Okay, so that's the video for after. And then we add the comps. So this was a home that was newly built, and there's new builders being built still. So I had to have the comps for that. So I went and pulled this up during the meeting. So I brought my computer, I went through this with them, and I kept saying, I'll send this to you after our appointment. And then we added this video when we got home. And so it just kind of goes over our marketing plan. So it has links to different things. I don't go over my marketing plan at the appointment. I just give it to them just so they have it. And then it'll have links to our videos. It'll have links to our YouTube channel. So what I do is I don't sell too much on our marketing plan when we're there. Our job is to build relationship with them so that they feel like that we have their best interest at heart. This whole thing is mostly just to show them proof of like our work after. I will mention it. I'll say, okay, well, here are the comps. So I'll pull up the comps. Most of the time they're familiar with the comps in the area. They've been watching it. They were very well versed in the comps. And then I'll just say, we're going to send this to you after, but this is our marketing plan. These are examples of the video marketing that we do. Just so you know, here's some tips on how to sell your home in today's market. But one thing we want to cover, and I'm going to pull this up for you and you'll have copies of it. We focus on getting your home in front of a lot of people. We don't just put a for sale sign on your home. We don't just syndicate it to Zillow or Redfin or anything. We want to make sure that your property stands out, because in today's market, people are relocating. So we want people from different areas to hear about your house. So what we do is we market your home. We call it digital marketing. And basically, whenever this is like the same marketing that Fortune 500 company used to sell their products. So basically, have you ever gone on online and search for something and all of a sudden it started showing up on your Facebook feed or Instagram? That's called digital marketing. It's retargeting. So that's what we do. We get your home in front of people who are searching for the same things that they can find in your house. So I'll show them like, see, we have, 235,000 impressions. We have 483,000 here. We have, a lot of places where people can find your home online. 91% of buyers find their homes online before they actually go in person to see it. So could you see the value of it, being, on. So you could see like how much people are really looking at your home. How many open house walkthroughs can you get to get this many views? So I really emphasize on how we're different than other realtors. And then we have obviously our reviews and all this other stuff, but I really focus on this. And I also tell them, hey, we have a YouTube channel that has about almost 5,000 subscribers, and we're relocating people from Utah, Guam, Texas, just from Colorado. So not only are we running ads to get your homes in front of people, but we're pulling people in with our YouTube channel as well. So you have to give them your value proposition on how you're different from the realtor across the street.
So
you cut out.
So here's another amazing thing that I like about High Note is when they open it from their email, we see it. We see what they look at and for how long they looked at it, right? So that is huge, because if they're not looking at it, they really weren't that interested. If they're looking at it, and the more time, we know when we call them back what to talk about, but they don't know that we've seen it. So
yeah, here, look, I guess you could talk. This is Iman, or no, this is Kim.
Well, before we get into that, does anybody have any questions?
So do you, I do.
Really quick,
I
was just curious.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was just curious, as far as the digital marketing aspect, are there specific platforms that you utilize, or is it part of the High Note feature that sends it out? Is there?
No, so I run ads on Facebook. I could show you guys how to do that, but HomeSnap, if you're part of HomeSnap, they'll actually run ads for you. Coldwell Banker has Listing Concierge, they'll run ads for you. I've just been fortunate that I took a course way back in 1819 that taught me how to run Facebook and Instagram ads through my ads manager. And so I literally push it out to do like a reach ad. And it's not necessarily that I'm getting a lot of leads from it. This is my way to show the sellers that I'm trying to get as many eyes on their house as possible.
I see. I've seen, and I get these quite often, probably because our email addresses are out there on a number of different public platforms, but I get emails for properties from realtors all over
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
my inbox. I'm just
And
curious
that's-
if you're utilizing a service such as that.
No, so that's something else. So those emails that you're getting, those are different. That's a different platform. It's basically, I think that's through your, there's like some flyer service, e-flyer service where you could pay like $100 and it goes to like this association, like Bay East and Contra Costa Association of Realtors has like a set number of realtors that I'll go to for like $50 or something like that.
Oh,
I
see.
don't,
But they
yeah, I don't,
target realtors directly.
it's realtors, yeah, and I don't personally do that for my listings because I am pushing it out to the consumers. I just tell my sellers that I have relationships with realtors. And so for us, we want to show them that, hey, we are part of a big network, but most of our marketing focuses on consumers. Yeah.
There's
and-
another, I think there's one more question.
Oh yeah, Christina.
At least.
Yeah.
It was me. So do you just create multiple templates so that then it's a plug and play, or do you create these as you go?
Nope. Basically you just copy it. So here's one. You just, oh, hold on. So you can actually copy it. So duplicate. And then it creates a duplicate and then you could just edit it.
And you just modify to target the specific client and
Yeah.
address. Gotcha.
And it's super easy. Basically you could delete this one and then you could add an asset and then basically you could either upload a file or put a link. And so we usually do like a YouTube link and then I'll create like, you know, a headline, kind of like a title.
Okay.
Right. So basically once we're done with the listing presentation and we've won the signed contract, this is a template, right? So I've created this template just so we can copy it. And then it's basically, this is what I send to the sellers once we're in contract with them. So it's basically, hey, we're 1 week from going live. Here are the important dates. I'll talk about, you know, photos, when we're going to do ads, when we go live, when we're doing open house. And then, you know, I'll start putting stuff in here. Here's our real estate team. So I'll give them information on our TC, our escrow, our videographer, how to, the home selling process, what to think about. This is a really big one that I just started, which is explaining the disclosures that they will be getting, because my TC sends it and most of my sellers don't even know that it's coming. But I wanted to change that because one thing I forgot to tell you was this seller, and I had no idea. We had no idea who he was. He was just our neighbor. He was actually the VP of Richmond I'm sorry, not the VP. Wait. Yeah, he was a VP of the Western region of Richmond American. So that's why he was very well versed in real estate and financing with like real estate stuff. And so I was like, okay, well, he works in real estate. I really need to make something stand out. And so I didn't want him to get disclosures for my TC without me telling him what it was. And so I basically just told him brief like summary, a seller's property questionnaire is this, a transfer disclosure statements these are, you know, the water heater, this is smoke detector. And I didn't go into detail on them. I just kind of summarized what it was. And then I added here like preparing for open house and showing checklist that you can use. So it's kind of like just showing them that you are organized and that you have a system in place to communicate with them. So, it just makes it look a little bit more professional. And then I would send out an email every Monday about how activity was for the last week.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Any more questions? I think Christina was asking, did we ask him if they would increase their co-op? And it reminded me that we did it, but that's a great question, Christina.
What happened? What co-op?
Because he works for Richmond American. Do we tell him, hey, we should get a little bit more, right?
He was leaving Richmond American to go to
Yeah.
a different place, so I don't think so. Yeah, I know, right? Tell that to Lennar.
Okay, so we've been showing buyers. I've been showing buyers pretty consistently for, couple years, year and a half with a lot of YouTube leads. When I'm showing buyers, so all I've known is how Rose has marketed a house. That's what I've seen from day one, from before I was ever a realtor. I saw how she marketed a house. I assumed that's how everybody markets a house until I started showing people houses. And I realized a lot of people, for one, are either lazy, don't know what to do, and I'm almost embarrassed to show my clients this house. They would literally have a black and white MLS printout as their brochure. The signs, there was one where he sharpied in his phone number. I mean, there's levels to this game, right? And was realizing that I think in the big boom 2021, 2022, so many people were able to get their license, put a sign out there, and get easy money, right? But what did they learn through that process? Not too much. Easy money. And that's why we're seeing a lot of people leave real estate, because it's a little bit harder. That's where we come in and stand out from the norm. So I started thinking, I called Rose, like, man, there's probably going to be a lot of expireds coming up. I don't cold call. I don't have scripts. I'm not good at it. But man, if I could just show them what we do, they could probably open their eyes to, like, oh, there is better ways to market a home. I said, if we could somehow send them a video, because I know if I cold call, I'm going to sound scripty because I'm just not good at it, right? And I'll probably lose some opportunity that way. So why don't I utilize high note? Okay, so my buddy Chris and me and Rose decided recently we're going to start cold calling. Me and Chris are going to do expireds. Rose is going to circle dial and, try to get business that way. So I called for 30 minutes just to get my feet wet last week, talked to 3 people, just picked Roseville expireds. I didn't care if it was tomorrow or just today expired or a year ago expired. The people that picked up the phone was from last year. And I remember Ricky Carr saying, it doesn't matter, just talk to them. I started to think, like, I bet you people are going to have their defense up if it is expired yesterday and they're getting a bunch of calls. Whatever. 3 people answered. One said, I'm not moving anymore because my brother is terminally ill and we don't need to move. Sorry about your brother, moved on. 2 other people. One guy answered, November 2022. Didn't really have a script. My goal is to get them to let me send them the high note and let the high note sell what we do, right? Because I'm going to, stumble on the conversation to an extent because I'm not well versed at cold calling. So anyways, guy picks up the phone. Hey, I see that you had an expired listing last year. Can you let me know what happened? How come it didn't sell? Oh, I'm not interested. We're not selling anymore. We took it off the market. Not a problem. I know you're probably going to get a lot of calls from annoying realtors like me, just trying to, crack a little joke. But if I could at least just send you, what me and my wife do. And if you ever have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me. Is that cool? Yeah, sure. What's your email? Gives me his email, send him the high note. Guess what? I was able to see if he looked at it or not. He spent over 30 minutes on every, multiple videos that added up to 30 minutes. We sent him an intro. We sent him what his house is worth. We sent him a video that we did last year for our YouTube channel, Sell Your Home Fast. Are you going through it right now, Rose? There you go. That video, Sell Your Home Fast. And it was just a video we did on trying to give sellers tips on Sell Your Home Fast. We sent them our reviews. We sent them a listing video of how we do videos for our listings. Go ahead and play like 30 seconds of that. And he watched the whole thing twice.
Today's tour is going to take you through a stunning, modern, upgraded home, virtually brand new, located in one of Rockland's best communities, Whitney Ranch. Let's get started.
Okay, well, I don't want to play the whole thing. This one,
Okay, so he's looking at that and now he knows we're for real. He knows with our reviews, with our videos, with our YouTube channel. And so I'm going to call him today and see what, he thinks. Were you able to look at it, and then strike a more of a conversation of, have you been able to look at comps? And let's circle back to that. Person number 2 that I talked to, she said the same thing. I'm not interested in selling. We took it off the market. I'm renting it. No problem. Do you mind if I just send you what we do? And if you have any questions, reach out to me. You'll love it. It's me and my wife. We do YouTube, just trying to let her know we're just regular people. She said, sure. Here's my email address. Oh, by the way, if you have any short sales, let me know. So right there, I knew she was interested in looking for something, but it felt like she was looking for a deal. And I just had the conversation. It sounds like you're looking for a deal, right? Yes, I want a deal. Do you want to fix and flip? Do you want a turnkey? More of a turnkey. Have you been, do you know there's a lot of new builds with really good deals, 2-1 buy down, all that stuff. We had a nice little quick conversation. Sent her the high note. Go ahead and play the intro real quick. It's real basic, but it just lets her know that we are real people. This is the intro that we sent her, that we sent all the people. So she's going to watch this. She doesn't know who I am.
Steve Gonzalez, we spoke earlier about your home that you took off the market, and you're also mentioning that you want to buy a home possibly if there's a good deal, and there's a lot of good deals out there. This is my wife, Rose, that I was telling you about. We both have a YouTube channel, and we're getting people from all around the country that are relocating. And with that, we're finding some of the best deals. A lot of them are in the new builds, right?
Yeah.
So take a look at this email. It's going to show us if you're ever interested in selling your home. It shows us how we market a home, shows you the reviews, has all our contact information.
And then also a link to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So we do quite a bit of videos. We show some of the deals that we are finding out there. We do have a lot of clients rate buy downs and seller credits from the builders with, after they've dropped prices. So definitely, look at those videos and see what's out there.
And then, like I said, too, I'm going to look up some homes for you, and I'll shoot that to you as well. So if you have any questions, obviously feel free to reach out to me or Rose. We're both a team. We both work together, and we will talk to you soon. Nice talking to you, Kim.
okay, and we have a couple more minutes. It's almost 11, but
Can you show up the timelines of what she looked at?
Here you go. So she looked at the Saddle Rock listing video for 5 minutes.
The whole video. Video I sent her of a home. The whole video, she looked at it. How to sell your home fast, 3 minutes. She looked at everything. She was on there for over 30 minutes. We looked at probably four communities on Sunday. And she says, like it, once I find the house I like and it fits, I'm going to buy. She also owns 3 properties. So that was just off 2 conversations. I'm kind of dabbling in this high note with expireds. That was 30 minutes. I'm happy. I'm very optimistic about it. So if you guys hopefully maybe seeing value in this, you can utilize this in your business too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. So it is 11 o'clock. Does anybody have any questions? And I can send you guys these templates. Just shoot me an email or a text or whatever, just so I remember. Happy to share the templates with you guys just so you could see what they look like.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely need it.
Super helpful tips. I loved it.
Yeah. How are you guys getting your expireds? Through MLS, or are you guys signed up?
So Chris did all the hard work and researched a couple of things. He ended up signing up for Vulcan 7. And so we were working with him on that. But he did all the footwork for us.
Got it.
All right, you guys. So thank you guys for coming. If you guys have other topics you guys want to talk about, let me know. And then again, we hope you guys found some value in this, and have a great week.
Hey, next month's Loida Vasquez. I think it's the beginning of the month. You guys invite all your realtor friends. Let's get some people to show up for Loida. That'd be cool. So
Yeah, for sure. She has a lot of great info. YouTube, Instagram, cold calling, door knocking. Like she pretty much does it all.
it's on.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good day.
All right.
Guys,
Thank you so
bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.